check. Who joined? Okay. I can see Inga. Hi, Inga. How are you?
Hi, Nancy.
Thank you for joining.
Because I think it's so interesting.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Just to say, Inga is from Rost Lab, and last year during our Datathon, Professor Rost, he was our keynote speaker, and Inga is, I guess, representing the Rost Lab. Hello, Wajia. Nice to see you again. Hello, Trina. Hello, everyone. I can see some familiar names here. Rabia Akhtar, Priya Shaha, Pavitra. I'm sorry if I can't just call out all your name. Forgive me for that. Yeah. All right. And of course, thank you, everybody, for joining. And yes, a big hand goes to the Herwil project coordinators, Tahia, Nurjahan, and Rabia. And also a very big hand goes to the one person behind the screen for all the tech support. He is Humayun, and he joined from Russia, from Moscow. So, well, don't judge here, but we are pretty much from all over the world, as I can see it. So, I would like to start this session with a video. Let me know in the chat if you can if you can hear the voice, if you can hear the audio properly. So, yeah. So in this video, it's about a discussion among a data engineer, a data scientist, and a data analyst. So let's hear it.
Hey, good morning, Luke. Oh, what's up, data nerd? Luke, you know I don't like when you call us that. Us? What do you mean by us? My dude, our bro here has told me some great things about you. He ain't my bro, and who the heck are you? Oh, me? I'm the new data engineer to the team. I'm stoked to meet you. We got a new data engineer on our team? Didn't you read the memo from our manager? No. I've been too busy. I've been trying to fix the data that's going to management's Power BI dashboard for yet another KPI that they want to add. Unlike you, who's just been performing random testing all day. Luke, I told you it's random forest classification and testing. It's actually a very popular ensemble machine learning method that uses decision trees within a random forest. How clever. Either way, your testing failed. Well, they didn't fail per se. It just failed to reject the null hypothesis. Well, whatever that p-value was that management was talking about, they weren't happy. Hey my dudes, I'm still here. Oh, sorry. So, what are you doing in the closet? Better yet, what do you say you do here? I like data engineer things. He builds data pipelines for us. He's basically like a plumber of data science. Yeah, totally. If you think of data like water, I basically build systems that pipe you clean, quality water from a dirty source. Yeah. And then we use the water to make things like lemonade. Metaphorically, of course. I've tasted what you've made before, and it definitely wasn't lemonade. So, what do you use to build these data pipelines? Yeah, typically I use some sort of workflow orchestration tool, like Airflow, to manage ETL processes with both Python and SQL, all within a continuous integration and continuous deployment framework on the cloud. Although I'm currently building a better version of Airflow, but what data engineer isn't? So you're actually useful. Unlike this guy that can't even get machine learning models into production. Oh yeah, I can also do that. Guys, sorry to interrupt, but I can't figure out what picture of my favorite YouTuber to put up. Don't you think it's a bit creepy that you have framed pictures of people you don't know in real life? I think they're both great, but I'm partial to Sentex. Okay, hold up, data engineer. So you know more in-demand skills than most data nerds, and your job is currently in higher demand. But looking on pay scale, you make less than this guy? Yeah, basically. So, can you help me build a data pipeline? What's it on? Yeah, we just need to overhaul how this current dashboard's getting data. Basically, we need to scrape a bunch of job search data from the internet. Web scraping is my jam. Heck yeah. Guys, I've decided. I like both exactly equal, so both of them are going up. So you use Python, right? Yeah, what's up? So, quick question to settle a debate. Tabs versus spaces in Python. Everybody knows it doesn't matter. I told you. Did we just become best friends? Yep. So how long do you think to get this data pipeline? 6 months, minimum. What the fuck?
So, did you all see that? Could you watch it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. So, do you have any questions about that? Like, what's the difference between a data engineer, data scientist, and data analyst? So, what we understand is it was just a friendly talk among colleagues in an office, and they are representing the three different sectors of, I would call it like data science, but just for all of you to know, I'm a data engineer. Okay, so I won't judge. I won't be asking you anything, or so like it's totally fine. So do you understand what a data engineer does, and what a data scientist does, and what a data analyst does? Can any of you just just raise your hand, and I'll unmute you and say something about this? Chao and Gwen, please correct me if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Tao?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
All right. Okay, cool. Yes, Tao.
Yeah, so in my experience and from the video, data engineer is the person who basically building the pipeline from the data source to transform it into whatever type of data output that other people need, especially data scientists or data analysts. And data analysts are people who basically use that data that has been transformed and create a report or dashboard according to the needs of business users. And data scientists are people who run models or basically creating models and learn from the data that they have to create insights, usually big projects, and create recommendations for the business users.
Perfect. I wouldn't have, I couldn't have put it any better way. Thank you, Tao. Thank you so much. Yes. So here's the thing. We are, well, this is a workshop about introduction into data and databases. So it's kind of, I would like to categorize as the data engineering part. So without much further ado, let me start the presentation. And I'm gonna share my screen again. Let me know if you cannot see it. Okay, so this is again the regular starting screen. So let's see. Yeah, let me know if you cannot see it. I guess everybody can see that. All right, so yes, for all of you, just one announcement again, a reminder that we are organizing a Datathon for women of color in USA and women in Bangladesh to explore the world of data science. So the Datathon will take place during the weekend of April 23rd for 48 hours. Just before the Datathon, we are offering online and free workshops to, on the basics of data science, and just to let you know what type of works we do. And again, here's the thing, this is just like the basics of data science. We want to elevate women who have some basic Python or SQL language knowledges, and for women who are trying to switch their career, and everybody else who are really experts in data science joining this workshop. I would be really glad to have your feedbacks on that, and probably we would invite you as a trainer for our next year Datathon workshops. So today, this is me. I'm going to give you a brief introduction into data and databases. And as I already said, it's going to be extremely basic. So just let me know. We are gonna have a feedback in the end of the session. We will send you a survey, a questionnaire about your feedbacks. And I would be very glad if you can contribute to it, and we would try to implement it in our next workshops. So I have divided this whole workshop into 4 chapters. I would be discussing about data types in the beginning, and then I would go into the data visualization, and then data privacy. And in the end, we would be doing some sort of hands-on working on database. So here's the thing. You will always hear, if you're in a university or working in an institution, every institution, they have their own definitions and their own setups. So I kind of generalize them in these categories. So there are simple data types, there are composed data types, and complex data types. So simple data, what are those? They are numerical and categorical data, and they're also ordinal data. So I will get into that momentarily. So we also have composed data types like lists, sequences, sets, relations, vectors. Whoever have worked a little bit on programming languages, you know what I mean here. And then we also have complex data types like images, audio, video, graph networks, what we see on multimedia, and etc. So I'd like to give you an overview on simple data types. So we have numeric data. It's pretty easy to understand. The definition is in the name. It's numeric data, so we have numbers. That's the thing. Like we've got natural numbers, integers, rational numbers, real numbers, and yeah, I also put some examples here like age, height, weight, and anything else that you can represent as a number. Those are numeric data. And how do you, there is one thing you will see that there's like dissimilarity or similarity between numeric data. It's pretty simple to calculate the difference between 2 types of numeric data. There are also composed numeric data. You can represent it as a vector. Let's say as for example, geolocation, that's kind of a composed numeric data because we've got latitude and longitude. It's a 2-dimensional data. We have feature vector. I will talk a bit more about feature vector later. And then about categorical data, it's still a simple data type, but categorical data, these are not numerical. They're symbols, they are identifiers. So yeah, let's talk about Lord of the Rings. So we have characters: wizard, man, orc, elf, urukai, dwarves. Oops, sorry for the spelling mistake here. I meant dwarf, not a dwarf. And then here is also the question: how do we compare those categorical data? It can be pretty trivial. It's simple. I have Just a second there. It should be a 1 instead of a 0. I'll correct this slide and send it to you as well. It should be a 1 instead of 0. So it means like the distance between two categorical data. So if A is equal to B, then it's 0. So there is no distance. Otherwise, there should be a 1. I'm sorry for my mistake. And now, what is ordinal data? So ordinal data is there will be an order in that set of possible data, of the possible data values. So if you have had mathematics in your college, I pretty much think that you had, and I think you already heard of these three terms: transitivity, antisymmetry, and totality. So these are the mathematical terms. So for those who don't know what this means, so it's something like for all P, Q, O, which belong to a big set O, a big O, if P is smaller or equal to Q and Q is smaller or equal to O, that implies that P will be smaller or equal to O. It's something like if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then A is also equal to C. There will be also antisymmetry. This is one of the characteristics of ordinal data. That is, if I can speak it out loud, this formula, it means for all P and Q belonging to the set big O, if P is smaller and equal or equal to Q and Q is also smaller or equal to P, that means P is equal to Q. That's antisymmetry. And then you also have the totality. So this sign, the upside down A, for those who don't know, it means for all. So, and this epsilon sign, whoever don't know or seeing this for the first time, it means exists, or like, no, it's it means belongs to, sorry, exists. It's an inverted E. This is an epsilon, this means belongs to. So for all P and Q belonging to the set big O, this is the formula for totality. So it's ordinal data. As an example, I can give an example like lexicographic ordering. If you just take a dictionary, you will see. So you will find the word ape before the word apple, and then you will find apple before the word applet. That's the idea of ordinal data. And simply also like t-shirt sizes, you have extra small, small, medium, large, extra large. That's like ordinal data is simply a data type that you can find an order. So how do we compare the simple data types? This slide is really important, and maybe that's why you will understand why I was talking about data types. For machine learning, there are 4 distances which are pretty much useful and very important. Those are Euclidean distance, Manhattan distance, Hamming distance, and Minkowski distance. We would dig into that in a later workshop during feature engineering. So I'm pretty much sure that you have heard of Hamming distance, Euclidean distance, and Manhattan distance. If you had some math backgrounds, or if you're from computer science background, you've definitely heard about this. So we also put them, it's called L norms. So Euclidean distance, this is the formula for the Euclidean distance. So it's well, it's simply like you have 2 vectors and you compare each elements of those vectors, and you take the difference between them, you square it, and then you add them up, and then you take the square root of the whole summation. Manhattan distance is also known by, I think it's called taxicab geometry or city blocks, exactly. So this is bit similar to Euclidean distance, but you can see that there is the square sign and the square root sign is missing. It's just the absolute value between the distances between 2 elements of each vector. Hamming distance is pretty much very simple. Hamming distance is more like a bit vector. There are zeros or ones. This is an L1 norm. We will talk about it later in a feature engineering workshop. And Minkowski distance is another distance measure. That's how we compare the simple data types. Moving on to composed data types. So I will just go back to this slide. So composed data types are lists, sequences, sets, relations, or vectors. So sequences versus sets. The thing is, in case of sequences, you can compare them as a tuple. So the ordering matters. So you have a sequence S that concatenates n values, n number of values from a given domain D. This domain can be anything. It can be like, just name it. It can be age, it can be gender, it can be anything, just a domain. And the ordering of the sequence, it does matter. So just an example, like distance-based p-norms, I just showed you two norms here, something like this, that's the formula. That would be something like a sequence. Sets is, I think that's pretty much easier. It's completely unordered and the order doesn't matter. So as for example, you have 4 trainers during your workshop: Tanzim Haq, Eda Klopman, Saki Pisan, Carolina Worf. So it doesn't matter in which order I put these names. It's still just a set. It doesn't matter. We are all the trainers. But here's the thing. I showed you how you compare the simple data types, Euclidean distance, Manhattan or Hamming distance. So how do you compare sets? So there I have put down 2 examples. There are many. I have put 2 examples for set comparison: symmetric set differences. This is the symbol for symmetric set. R, you see the triangle S. And I have put this Venn diagram here. And there is also another distance, another measure for set comparison. It's the Jaccard distance. So I have a small question here. Can anyone tell me, you can see 2 Venn diagrams here. Can anyone tell me which is which? You have, just take this symmetric difference here. And the Jaccard distance here. So you just have to tell me which is which one. So just a second. Is someone asking me anything? Yes, you will get all the slides. I will talk about it later after the presentation. So if anyone wants to say something, which is which, please unmute yourself, or I think there is another host. You can raise your hand. I cannot see you. I'm a host, but there should be another host. That other host can unmute you.
What's that triangle meaning there? Our triangle is.
This means the symmetric set difference. So I think you are familiar with this R minus S, and then you're familiar
Set
with
difference.
Exactly, and this is the union, right?
This
and
is,
this
yes,
is the
yes.
intersection.
Intersection, yeah.
Yeah. So this sign, the triangle sign, means symmetric set difference.
I actually have no idea about the symmetric set difference.
Okay, then let me
Can you
explain
enlighten me?
you. Yeah, it's fine, of course. And that's why the question was, can anyone explain this? It's all right. I'm going to explain this. So this is the formula. So you have a set difference, R minus S, and then S minus R, and then you have a union in between them. So that means this is the first picture, the first one on the left picture, the left diagram. That is exactly which converts into this set. You understand?
Okay. Yes,
So,
yes, now I understand.
yes, that's the symmetric set difference. So you have, let's say this is the R set, the left one is the R and the right one is the S. So R minus S, and then S minus R, the red colored parts, and then you unify these 2 results. Then you have the symmetric set difference. And the Jaccard distance is simply the symmetric set difference divided by the union set. So on the right side, you can easily say that this is R union S. This is the whole, all the values between the two sets, right? So that's the Jaccard distance. So you have the symmetric set difference divided by the union set of the two sets. So let me see if there is any question. The first figure is the symmetric set difference. Yes, Pavitra, you're right.
Can you provide one example where we use symmetric set difference? Like any practical example you can give?
The thing is, yes, we can't. It's just simply about set comparison. It's like, you know, if you need unique values between two sets. So let's say you are from Bangladesh, right? Can you tell me your name?
Yes, I'm Fahmida from Bangladesh.
Okay, Fahmida. So let's say, Fahmida, you're from Bangladesh. Eda, you're from Germany, right? So let's say I am from Bangladesh and Germany. I spent half of my life in Bangladesh and half of my life in Germany. So in this case, I will move out of this thing. So let's say there is a cultural comparison among women from Bangladesh and Germany. So let's say I would get inside exactly this intersection set, since I have some cultural influences from Bangladesh and also cultural influences from Germany. But let's say, Fahmida, you've never been to Germany, so you have only cultural influences from Bangladesh and similar women, similar people like you. And then again, Eda and let's say Inga, she's also from Germany, I can tell that. So they will be on, let's say, on the R set. So that's how you can find out the symmetric set difference. And this might help, like, let's say I can be biased, okay? Let's say somebody from Bangladesh is telling me something about Germany, which they don't know of, but I will be exactly the interface between Germany and Bangladesh. So in this kind of analysis, symmetric set difference can be useful. So you just have to represent it in a mathematical form or in a tabular value, and then you can work with that table in a data set, with that data set for further machine learning or data science purposes. Does that answer your question, Fahmida?
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm going to move on to the next slide. All right, so here we have the complex data types. Yeah, complex data types, you can imagine everything else, which is not simple. That is complex. You have graphs, networks, you have different kind of geometry, you have multimedia images, audio, documents, web-based documents, text, etc. Those are complex data types. So here's the thing. What do we do with those complex data types? Yes, the approaches are, we have, like I have summed up into 3 points. We can measure them directly, but that measurement is extremely dependent on the data type. And this is not always flexible. So we usually don't do that. We try to do that. And that's where descriptive analysis comes on. And you can just compare that complex data type and you say, okay, all right, we cannot measure them directly. And then you find out, okay, what else can we do? Then we have the feature engineering and feature learning. So we are having a workshop on feature engineering, I think in 2 weeks. And yes, what does feature engineering do? Yes, it just, you have, let's just imagine you have a big table and there are lots of data. You will have to find out which are more significant, which part of that table, of that data set you can reduce, where are the null values that you can impute, which values you can aggregate. Like in a simple way, that's feature engineering. And then afterwards, we have the feature learning, which is basically the machine learning methods like neural networking and etc. So I do have a short quiz for you. I am stopping the presentation. I would like to ask you, do you have any questions currently? If you want, you can ask now.
Ma'am, Jacquard distance is not possible without symmetric distance, symmetric state difference, is it?
Yes, correct. Okay. So if you need some time, I think it's fine. I will just start. Give me a moment, please. I will start the questionnaire. All right. So let's see. This is also my first time using Pingu. I'm sending the link in the chat. And I will also send you an access ID. Import question. No, questions catalog. Let me see. 2, 3, 4. Shoe size. Okay. I'm a little bit lost here. Let me see. All right, this is all right. I think I have it. Workshop 2. So you have multiple questions here. And these questions are tagged as WS_2. No, just give me a second. I just got a message from Eda. Cool. Just give me a short moment, please. It's not running. I'm sorry. All right, this is the access ID. I'm sending you the access ID on Zoom chat. And there are multiple questions. And you can find all the questions by the tag WS_2. Let me know if you can see the questions and if you can answer them.
Ma'am, hi.
Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Pavitra.
Yeah, hi. So I just used the access code and I'm seeing only one question. So is this only one question? Because I think you're mentioning about multiple questions, but I don't know.
Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 questions.
No, I see
Yeah.
only one. After that, I think the same question loops back. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
Tanzim, I also only see one question and you have to stop this question. Then you will see the results. And then you have to start another
Okay.
one. We don't see the tags. We only see one question that you started. And if you stop the question, you will see the results and you can tell
Okay.
us or
Okay.
show us if you want to.
Okay. All right, cool. Then I will just stop the first question. The first question was about frequency, right?
And now I see the second one about shoe size. The
Yeah.
first one I saw was about a weekly, daily, yearly, monthly.
Exactly, the frequency.
And now I see shoe size.
Yes?
I got to answer only 3 questions.
I had seen another question in between, but I
About
couldn't
10.
answer it. It was BFC something. And now another question arrived, which is poor, moderate, good, excellent, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we missed to answer 2 questions in between now because we missed to vote.
Yeah, that's fine. The missed vote, it's actually okay. So, can you all see 4 questions? I mean, could you participate on 4 questions? Because
No,
Ada, you
no,
were saying
no.
that.
No, I have participated
couldn't.
actually now in 3 questions. And when I refreshed my website, then I could see the next question. I didn't know this, so thanks for the
Okay.
information.
Yes, we
So,
have
but
to
3, I realized 3 question.
There should be 4 questions.
Yeah.
I got 4 questions, Apu. I got 4 questions. And every time I got back to Zoom and then went back to my browser, then their new question appeared. So
Okay.
yeah,
telling me I can
refresh it.
participate no more.
I got only 3. I don't know where the 4th question went.
Can you refresh it? There should be 4.
No, I tried that one as well. I don't know. I'm not seeing the next one. The third one I saw was good, bad, excellent. It's about the quality.
Yeah,
but
the first question was about daily, weekly, and the second question was BFC something, and the third question was just before I say it, and the last question is poor, moderate, good, excellent. So third question was something number 1, 2, 3, 4 shoe size. Yeah,
Exactly,
so
shoe size.
yeah, whenever the browser refreshed, we missed the question, so we couldn't answer. Like I couldn't answer the second question. I answered 3 questions. I couldn't
Okay.
answer the BFC question. But now, even if I refresh the browser, it doesn't appear. It's stuck in the last question.
Okay, no, then it's fine. It cannot go back. That's the thing. It's like the order. So if you miss one question, it's fine. So no, I think
now
so,
it's saying that sorry, you cannot vote on this survey anymore.
no, because probably you have voted once already. You have voted once already. Okay, this is a good lesson. We need to be a bit more prepared about the questionnaire from now on. So, okay, there were just simply 4 questions, and all of them had 3 options, whether, well, it was 4 data types, and the 3 options were categorical, ordinal, numerical. So the first question was about a frequency. Which type of data is the following example with the given domains? That was the main question. So the domain was frequency. It was daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. So what do you think is the answer? Is it a categorical data type, or ordinal, or numerical? Anyone?
It's categorical.
Any other suggestion?
Ordinal.
Anyone else? Well, it's definitely not numerical, right?
Numerical.
No, because there is no number in here. So yes, I heard categorical. I also heard ordinal. So what do you think this is?
because there are days, the number of days, one is 7, and then month, it's 30 or 31 months, and then go years to the year. So there are difference between the days, number of days. So one is lesser than other, or one is bigger than other. So that's why it's ordinal.
Okay, and whoever said categorical, what is Trina Chakraborty and Wajea? You're saying it's categorical. What is your argument? Why do you think it's categorical? I'll ask a Wajea. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm pronouncing your name in a wrong way. Wajea or Wajeha?
Wajia, that's correct.
Wajea. Okay,
I
Wajea.
said categorical because you would fall into one of those categories, whether it's monthly, yearly, or I can't remember, or daily.
Daily, yeah.
So if you have the data and it's however it's determined, it would fall into one of those categories.
So here we have our first collision, our first disagreement. So some people, I'm not saying you're wrong, but of course, like there is one simple definition, and according to the definition, let's say it's an ordinal data type, because you can order that. Daily is smaller than weekly, weekly is smaller, like in terms of frequency, that's smaller than monthly, and then yearly. So it is kind of ordinal. But you can also put them as a category. It just depends how you define your data set, how you define your algorithm. But it is, you can order these 4 terms: daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. So this is, I would say it's an ordinal domain. Okay, so the next question was, I think, about shoe size, right? So yeah, I think shoe size, there is no disagreement there. That's simply numerical data. And there was again another question. Yes,
I have a question.
yes,
When you say shoe size is numerical, but we can order it still, right?
yes, you can order it, but it's numerical. You can, the thing is, ordinality, how you can order this thing, that is a characteristic of simple data. So I chose simple data as the first questionnaire for the workshop. So you can, ordinality, this is a characteristic. So you can also order the weekly, daily, and monthly, yearly, and you can also order the shoe sizes. You can also order anything if it's simple enough for you to order. The thing is, categorical data, it becomes a little bit difficult to order. So let's say a set of subjects: physics, chemistry, maths, biology, music, art, literature. You cannot, order them. But that is also not simple data. I have, if I'll just go back to my slides. So is that the slide? Yep. Here you see. Oh man. These are composed data type. The simple data type can be ordinal. But if we have like composed data types, like sequences versus sets, then it's not, you cannot compare them anymore. You cannot compare Tanzim with Eda. But yes, otherwise, if it's a simple data, it should have the ordinality as characteristics. The next question was, I think, was about gender. And we had 3 options: diverse, female, male. So it's not numerical. So what do you think? Is it an ordinal data type or categorical?
Categorical.
Categorical.
I think we are all in agreement about this because there is no ordinality in here. So here you can see I chose these examples intentionally because I'm saying that simple data types should be ordinal. They should be ordered. I mean, we should be able to order them. But then again, you see numerical and categorical data, they are simple data types. But now we have a categorical data, which cannot be ordered, right? So that's why I'm just, you always have to, the reason for this questionnaire is just for you to understand that the types of data, you have to put some thinking into it. Just because it's a simple data, just because it's, the gender, diverse, male or female, you cannot order them. But usually simple data you should be able to order, like the frequency, daily, weekly, monthly. And then there was also, the last question was, I think, about quality: poor, moderate, good, excellent. How would you, what would you say? Is it, let's say it's not, of course, it's not numerical. Is it a categorical or ordinal data?
It's categorical and it can be ordered. So it can be said ordinal and can be said categorical. If you
Exactly.
search about ordinal, it says ordinal is a categorical data type. So first it comes first category, then comes ordinal.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you tell your name? Who just spoke?
I'm Tasniha. Isn't there my name appearing?
There's there are
It's
lots
okay.
of
I
muted.
just
Tasniha. Okay, I just saw it. Tasniha Akram. Yes. Yes, you're right. That was correct. The thing is, numerical data, you can, of course, there is a certain ordering to it. You can always order the numerical data, and you can also order the categorical data. But some categorical data, let's say the gender, you cannot order them. So now we have to have some some consensus about which kind of data type is this domain, this data set. So here's the thing. Ordinal is completely ordinal. This is just exactly what Tasnia said. It's categorical data that you can order, but the categorical data, there are categorical data which you cannot order. Those are just categorical data. They're not ordinal data. Categorical data, in that case, that would be the gender. That's categorical data set, right? Numerical data is just simply numerical data. You do not put this into ordinal data type. Numerical is simply numerical. You see a number, you see shoe size, you see height, weight, some other numbers. It's simply numerical data. The problem is always between categorical data and ordinal data. The moment you can find some sort of orders in a categorical data, let's say, then it's just ordinal data. Categorical data are only those data sets or domains which you cannot order at all, like gender or subjects, physics, chemistry, maths, biology, stuff like that. Okay, are we clear on that?
So what's the answer of the last question? It's poor, excellent, poor, good, excellent. So I can come from excellent, poor, excellent, good, poor.
Excellent, poor, moderate, good, excellent, or excellent, good, moderate, poor. That's an ordinal domain.
I'm ordering it. Even if I start from poor,
ordinal.
or even if I start from excellent, it's there should be ordered. Yeah. Okay,
that's ordinal. That's ordinal data type. You can't put it into categories, but here's the thing: the moment you can order them, it becomes ordinal.
I got it. Thank you so much.
Sure.
I think it's mostly used in different kind of scales, like from poor
skills. Yeah. If you have to find the order, the moment you can find an order, that's ordinal data. The moment you can, like, just put them step by step, bottom up or just top down, that's ordinal data. Okay, so I would like to go back to my presentation. I need to find it. Found it. Okay. Quiz time over. Next part. Yes, now we are in data visualization. Yes, here's the thing about data visualization. You can read into tables or huge Excel sheets or whatever. You will have always this tabular numerical representations, but this is a human mind, they cannot perceive it from tables, from numbers. So that's why we definitely need some sort of visualization, because if you can see it, so let's say the participants, the registrations that we got for our workshop. So we know, okay, from Bangladesh, we have this many girls, from USA, we have these many girls or something like that. I can just show you in a bit why data visualization is important. So before anything we start with engineering or something, I would always suggest that you do a simple data visualization. The data that you have, try to visualize it. Yes, of course, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That's why it's really important. And in case of data visualization, we would like to combine all the possibilities and capabilities. We have computers, which are really good in computing and number crunching. And we can also use computer graphics. And of course, humans are definitely good in visual pattern recognition. So the moment if I have a chart or a bar plot, and if I see, okay, wait a second, I can see an increase from year to year in population, and suddenly I see, oh my God, there's a huge decrease, then I will always ask myself, okay, wait a second, something went wrong there. What did go wrong? Then I can look back to the table, to my numbers, and see if there is a problem there. So that's why data visualization is really important. So what kind of data visualization are there? So I've just summed up some examples, what you can use to visualize your data set. You can always use quantile plot is really very handy. You can use box plots. Like if you do the box plots, you can find out the outliers. That is also very interesting. And yes, for fraud detection, you can definitely use the outliers. Then there are like different other plots or visualization possibilities for your data. But yes, more about that in our next workshop, next 2 workshops to be exact. Ed will be showing you how to, she will be giving you some more explicit overview about data visualization. I have a question. Yes, visualization helps to take decision. Definitely, it does. It does, definitely. Just before going into further further slides, I would really like to show you just a simple, let's say, real world example about data visualization. So let me find out that file. This is about you. So I have, and these are completely anonymous. So that's totally fine. If I share you, there is no problem in data privacy or something like that. I'm going to open it in my Excel and just show you. So this is a chart that was created by our Herwil volunteers from a different project. So let me share my screen now. All right. I guess you can see it, right? So the thing is, we have I'm not showing you the sheet 1 because we have the first name, last name, email address, date of birth, and everything else in this thing from the registration. So it doesn't tell me anything. Just if I'll just move it this way. Okay. So what we see is something like this. Yeah, lots and lots of data. We find like, okay, there are so many universities. This is something like, okay, we have so much data. So how to make sense of it? Well, thanks a lot to our girls from Herwil from the Generation Equality program. They created this chart. So now just simple bar plot. They created simple bar plot. And now we know how many people are there, how many women are there from different countries. And we can also see a distribution of different universities who are there. We can just see it. Okay, which university is participating the most? We can see, we can have an overview about like where are our participants right now. So these are a little bit too granular, I would say, just the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Usually what we data engineer do, if there is any value less than some threshold, we just put them all together and categorize them as other. That's also a point. We have ethnicity and some other charts. So this is definitely just to show you a real world example. For experts, you have definitely heard and saw even more about it, even more into data visualization. It's just to give an overview for the ones who are hearing to this stuff for the first time. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my slides. Okay. Now I would like to talk a little bit about data privacy. So we're working on data and everything. So what do we do about data privacy? Yes, the thing is, we are gathering or like collecting data every second from different devices and websites. And of course, we are capturing the records of our behavior and everything. And in a sense, this is a huge opportunity for data analytics. But of course, yeah, there is a huge possibility for data abuse. So we, as data engineer and data scientist, the thing is like the data scientists, they usually will get the prepared data from the data engineer, and they already have a they already have anonymized or pseudonymized the data already for the analysis and for the scientific methods and for the machine learning. But exactly at the landing layer where all the data lands, this is possible. Data abuse is definitely possible, and it compromises an individual's privacy, and of course it breaches the security of any institution. So we need to find a trade-off between data privacy and data utility. So of course, if the data privacy is low, the data utility is high. But the moment the data privacy goes up, the data utility goes down. So what do? We have to find a good trade-off between them. So today I will not be talking that much about data privacy. I would like to ask you if you're interested into computing data privacy, because there are 3 paradigms, especially the first 2, the K anonymity and L diversity. You can seriously you can just take a sheet on a pen and paper, you can calculate that. You can find out the anonymity and the diversity, and you can also create, you can like, just, you will know which data to hide from others. So I can show you, if you're interested, how you can compute the K anonymity and L diversity to guarantee data privacy. But the data privacy is not related to the Datathon. That's why I'm not going into deep about data privacy. But if you are interested, I can include this part in the last workshop.
Sure, we are interested. Please include it in the last workshop.
Yes, I am interested.
Okay, so what I will do is I think I will send you a small survey, just 1 question in our next emails, that do you want to have a small lecture on data privacy, yes or no? And then yes, I will just include, if the most of you want to have a small lecture on data privacy, then I will include. If not, then I'll just drop it. Okay, interested? Yeah, I will send you, you all got an invitation from her will, I think. So we will add a small survey there. Then if you're interested, I'll include this on the last workshop. We're almost done with all the slides. what I can definitely suggest you for further reading, it does say data mining concepts and techniques. The thing is, there is no machine learning without data mining. There is no data science without data mining. And since I already told you that I'm a data engineer, so data mining is extremely important. And without the data mining, a data scientist, like if you don't know how to do the data mining, your data, you can't do magic with your data. So I would definitely recommend this book. This is the Bible for data engineers and data scientists as well. Just remember, like the name Jia Wei Han and data mining. You can take a look into it. So now we have reached the second part of our workshop. We'll be working on databases. So I will be sending you a couple of links. Oh no, the links I will send you later. We will be working on database right now. So I think you all have the credentials. Can I have a raise of hands who still don't have access or who still didn't try? Because in the first workshop, I showed you how to connect on dbeaver, at least on dbeaver. We have a database before the workshop. I would like to go on for some hands-on workshop.
Hi, I missed the first class.
That's okay. Just another thing, I'm sending you.
Yes, also I had to leave early on the first class after 1 hour, so I didn't got this.
But did you get the invite to Discord, our communication channel?
Yes.
Okay, so I have I'm going to put the link for the Discord channel on the Zoom chat. Please join this channel because I have put everything, like a step-by-step guide for the workshop 1. There I have explained how you can connect to the database. You can put the credentials, the host name, your password, and everything. I would strongly suggest you to go through that chat. Then you can see how you can connect. Okay. All right. Is there any other host right now? Who else is host from Harwell? Hello, host. Talking to another host. Can you please?
Would you need Charu?
Apu, are you host?
I have no idea. Maybe
Okay,
I
no,
am.
you
I
know,
should be.
I don't know. No, it's okay. I was just trying to communicate with the host because it's a little bit difficult for me while I'm presenting.
Let me see.
And
Let me
also
see. Yes.
asking questions. So if the hands are raised or someone else is also trying to enter the Zoom room from
Right.
the lobby, I'm getting
Is
all the
Tahia there?
notifications. Tahia is
Tahia is a
host.
Tahia is a host.
Yeah.
Harwell is
Someone
a
just
host.
texted. Tahia, can you please take a look whenever new participants are joining in the Zoom room? If you can, just let them in. And if the hands are raised, and then you can also lower the
Hi,
hands.
I'm not being able to log in on the Discord. It's just giving me this, I'm not a robot thing, and I keep on clicking the pictures, but it's giving me the same thing again and again.
Start in a new browser. Close your browser. You will need an app. You need to download the desktop or the mobile app for Discord. You need to download and install the app. That's the best. That's the best way. Yes, and of course use Chrome for website. Thank you, Jancy. Chancy Morales. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
using Chrome, but still it's not giving me. Would it be possible to give me the link for downloading it? I'm
You
using
can,
Google Chrome.
yeah,
but
you can
it's
just
not.
also Google download Discord for a Windows or
Okay,
Mac, whatever
okay.
you're using. I'm not sure. It's pretty much open source and easy for everyone to use. Okay, so I would like to move forward to the database workshop. What do you think? Should we go for a short break? We've been talking for more than an hour and listening to it for more than an hour.
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay, so we take a short coffee break for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is 5 minutes fine for you?
Yes, 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes, a short coffee break, tea break, bathroom break. I need a bathroom break, I know. So whoever is the host, I'm not available for the second host. I'm not available for the next 5 minutes. So we will start in 5 minutes. I just I just heard that there was a load shedding in Bangladesh right now. I think lots of our participants from Bangladesh got kicked out or something. Is everyone back? If not, let me wait for a second. I'm so sorry for the rest of the world. There is this thing called load shedding in Bangladesh. The electricity just gets cut off. I am going to make, yeah, back. Okay, let me have a look. I am going to make, right now, I'm the host, the only host. I am making, I'm gonna have a few co-hosts here as a backup. Co-host, I find one co-host. I'm making co-host, some more co-hosts. Co-host. Nurjahan, you're co-host. Farhana, your co-host. Tahia isn't back yet. Rehab, Rehab is there. Rehab, I'm also making you co-host. All right, so that can happen. That can really happen. Extremely sorry, but this is how it is. Renata, here's the thing. Just before I start, I would really like to introduce you with some people. I can see Renata is here. I see Kendra is here. I would very much like to request Kendra and Renata and Farhana, if you're still there, please, would you please turn on your videos, and I would really like to introduce you here. This workshop or the Datathon wouldn't have been possible without you, your assistance and your support. So I would ask Renata, hi, how are you? I'm unmuting you, requesting you to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
Renata. How are you
So yeah,
doing?
I'm good. So I guess just want to welcome people and say that this is a great start. I'm the Renata Rawlings-Goss, the Executive Director of the South Big Data Hub, who's in partnership with Herwill to recruit for this Datathon and to welcome you here. We're excited that you are here and we're kind of bridging the gap in the US as well with Herwill working in internationally. So we're glad to have you. We can also do other programs as well for women. We do other programs for those that are in the Southern United States. At the time, we run grant programs and education programs as well. Hello, hi, I'm doing great. And so I hope you have a great time. We're gonna try to pop in and just check in on the different workshops, but just to say hello and if there's any support that is needed. Thank you, and to the great team at Herwill, Tanzim, and Farhana as well.
Thank you, Renata.
Hi, Tanzimapu. Can I talk? It's me.
Who is this? Fatima? Yes, sure.
Okay, Tanzimapu, I have one question. I have missed my first class, so it will be problem for me or because of my job timing. I manage my time right now, but
No, it's here's the thing. It's definitely not going to be a problem because we are uploading all the recordings of this Zoom chat. Just a second. Yes, it's still running because I was the host from the beginning, so it's still running the recording. We upload all the videos on YouTube, and if you join our Discord server, you will see there are text channels, workshop 1, workshop 2. So all the materials and links related to each workshop, I myself am posting them there. So it won't be a problem. If you find some time during your weekend or in the evening
no, I
after your
already
job.
requested them. I already requested them and I already managed my time. Inshallah, I think I can join. And another question, this
Excuse me, 1 second. Hey, Tanzim, if we don't, Fatima, thank you for your question. Just hold on for.
Okay.
We will get back to you. I just want to take this opportunity to talk about Renata, Dr. Renata Rawlings-Goss.
Yes, please.
This is for Hana Hassan. I'm sorry I'm not at a space where I can turn on my camera today, but you've all seen me on the first workshop. I just wanted to tell you that, the humble person who just came in front of you and introduced herself is a big deal in the United States and in the world, actually. She's one of the most famous top 10 data scientists, woman data scientists in the world. So it's a privilege and an honor to be working with Dr. Goss and also to have you all get her attention and guidance is something that to be revered. So I really appreciate all of you, and we appreciate you, Dr. Renata Goss, and everything that you're doing for us, and also definitely Kendra, without whom a lot of technical issues would not have been sorted out. So yeah, it's really a privilege and honor to be working with the South Big Data Hub. For all of us, all of you girls in Bangladesh, please take this opportunity to recognize the company you're in, and I would like to, you utilize this opportunity to actually learn and compete in this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
So much,
Thank you,
Farhana.
Farhana. Thank you.
Yeah.
I would also like to take this opportunity to ask Kendra to say a few words, and then I will be proceeding with the workshop.
I'm so sorry about my camera. We've got a couple house renovations going on, so I am going to spare you that. But it's very nice to meet you all. Thank you, Farhana, for the great words. My name is Kendra Lewis-Strickland. I work with Renata at the South Big Data Hub, and I'm so glad to be able to support you guys and help you as I can. If you guys have any questions about the South Big Data Hub, feel free to go to the website, southbigdatahub.org, and learn what we do. But I'm excited to see all of these great individuals here and the great work you guys are doing at Herwill. It's a really good opportunity to partner. So thank you for introducing me, Tanzim, and thank you, Farhana.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Kenra. Okay, so I'm moving on.
Going back to Fatima, we don't want to ignore her questions. So
No, I will answer all the questions in the end of the session. I think, Fatima, I also texted you.
It's okay, Tanzima.
I
It's
sent
okay.
a text in the Zoom chat. All right, so here we go. So I requested all of you to download either pgadmin or dbeaver, or I also sent some suggestions on Discord how you can, which GUI, which tool you can use. So I chose dbeaver. So just let me show you what, for everybody who still hasn't established a connection to the database, you just download dbeaver, install it, and then if you see this screen, you just go to database and then go to new database connection. So I'm not doing it again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the connection string. So at a certain point, you will see this screen, this input screen. So you will have to choose PostgreSQL. So you see this Postgres. So the endpoint, we are going to use Postgres. And this is the connection string. The connection name, it's a little bit different here. Connection setting. No, not shell command, general. You will see, so I have put, I think you cannot see my whole screen. I'm gonna share it again. So if you go to the Discord server, you can see, if you go to workshop 1, you can see that I have posted the first workshop there. And then I explained with screenshots, step by step, what information, where you exactly have to write down, and then you are connected. So going back, yes, let me reconnect. Let's see if I can reconnect. Yes, I'm reconnected. So whoever can see the database, the database, well, you can see the connection is Herwill 22. So you go to databases. So the database name is Herwill 22. Well, that's and the user is Datathon, and the password and everything is on Discord and also in the workshop slides. So you go to schemas. So up until now, you were able to view the public schema, the table happiness and world happy. So I have created a new schema, WHR, World Happiness Report. So whoever has a connection going on right now, can I please have a raise of hands? Okay, you see the World Happiness Report, this WHR schema. Okay, so here's the thing. I would like for all of you to take a look to all of these tables. So we have the World Happiness Report beginning from 2015 till 2021. So this is your first assignment. Oh my God, this is so crazy. Can I just like put it somewhere down below? I think there was an option. Yeah. Anyway, I would really like to put it down below. Yes. Here. You can see that the World Happiness Report 2015, 2016, 2017, 18, and 19. These are more or less the same. The 2020 has, you can see the column names. There's a lot. 2021, similar. And then again, World Happiness Report, all years, they have a different format. Like it's the same format, but like different column names. So let's do a very simple select WHR, I'm gonna go for this. You will see all the countries, well, not all the countries. If you go down, if you just also go for count, you see that there are 158 countries. You see the region, and there is a happiness rank, happiness score, standard error, family, life expectancy, freedom, trust, like trust in the government, generosity, dystopia, residual. I'm going to explain the columns a bit later. So you can see this is something like this. And then, where's my editor? Here it is. I'm going to go for 2019. So this is also similar. Similar, but not the same. Yeah. So here you see in 2019, we have an extra column, freedom to make life choices. Let me show you the one on 2021. So for 2021, we have way more columns and everything. And for all years, it's different again. So all years, you can see Afghanistan starts with Afghanistan, and we have the record from 2008 till 2019. For Albania, we don't have the record for 2008, but we do have the record for 2007, and it goes up to 2020. In Afghanistan, it's up to 2019. So your task is, first of all,
sorry to interrupt, but what does that W means from the file name to
World Happiness Report, WHR.
No, at the last in the code.
This one,
Yes,
this is an
yes.
LIS. This is an LIS. This is the table name. So you see, like, this is the table name, and this is the LIS. So you can also do it without the W. It's also fine.
Okay.
This is just an auto fill up syntax by Postgres, because it just assumes that you are going to do a bit more complicated stuff than just only selecting something. So
yeah, that's where I can use the attribute where.
Exactly. On a dot year is B dot. Oh, there is no year. Why isn't there a year? Oh yeah. There is no year. There is just 2015 country name. Let's choose country name. There's something more. E dot country, where A dot year is 2015. Let's just select all of it. Let's see what happens. So this is what will happen. It's just a huge table with lots of columns. You can see the first table, all years here, and then later on you will see again. This part is from table B, which is World Health Report 2015, and this part is from the table A, all years. So I just chose 2015. And let's see how many they have, 139. Yeah, so if we go for select, count from all years, and then we go for another count, select, count.
Excuse me, Ms. Huck.
Yes.
Okay, I am aware of Python programming language, but this one is SQL, right? So I'm not very familiar with this. Could you explain the code a little bit so that I can understand what's happening?
This is SQL. This is actually the prerequisite of data engineering and data science, I would say. This is SQL. Well, to be exact, this is Postgres SQL. So going back to my results, so we see select count. There are almost 2,000 rows in this all years table. And for 2015, we have 158 countries. But if I join the two tables, then I come to 139 countries. So my point is, your first homework is, these are all similar happiness report, World Happiness Report. And you have the exact happiness report from 2015 till 2021, 7 years, and you have a bit more in all years on this in this table. So what I would like for you to do is explore all these 8 files and find out which intersection set, which column names, which common column names you can use for further proceeding. So you will definitely have country. Let's take a look at another select star from WHR 2020. Let's take 2022. So you will definitely have country name. You will have, let's just put a name year. You can have a regional indicator and find out which other columns that those are in common. The explanation of the columns, I told that before. I'm going to give it to you. Just give me a couple of minutes. So this is the thing that what is your first assignment? Find out the similarity amongst all the files and find out what you can do with this. I would also like to show you something about databases and loading data into databases. So let me try to import a file into a CSV file into this database. Okay, so you saw that I just chose like import data. All right, import source. Yes, I do have a CSV file. Let me show you the CSV file. What did I do? Did I do something? Uh-oh. Anyway. So I'm using a shell here. So if you are new to shell, I can just show you how they look like. These are the files. So on my shell, I'm exactly on this folder. And what am I going to do is I'm going to take a look at this file, the corrupt file. I'm trying to, I know there is something. This is git bash. Since I'm using Windows, I really don't like working on Windows, but currently I have only Windows operating system. But for Windows operating system, I really would suggest to use git bash. It's exactly like Linux. So I know beforehand that this file was a bit corrupted. So what am I going to do is I'm going to try to import this file. I'm going to load, this loading part of ETL, data engineering or data warehousing. I'm just showing you the very basic. So yes, I'm going to try import this one. All right. Okay. I cannot see anything. Let me see. All right. Cool. Next. All right. Target. I need to name my target. Let's say corrupt. So let me take a look at the columns. Yeah, looks pretty much okay. All right, these are the target type. You can see, okay, perception, varchar. This is the data type. All right, okay, fine. I don't know why they did it, but they did somehow. Let me have a look at the data. Okay, this is how it looks like. So perception of corruption. These are all floats. These are all floats, and there is one NA. These are all floats. All right. But if I look at the columns, it says the perception of corruption, it's a varchar. All right. So, well, let's try. Okay. Trying. Next. Okay, everything is fine, set to default. All right, fine. I'm pretty much fine with this. So let's proceed. Let's see what happens. Ah, there is an error. What does it say? It says, value too long for type character varying 4. Okay, so the type that was a problem. Okay, so let me stop it. So the first solution that you can think of is, okay, I might need to extend the varchar. Instead of 4, maybe I'll try with 16. Okay, so let's try with 16. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna try again. It wasn't deleted. Yes, sorry, I clicked the wrong one. Let me try again.
Before you proceed further, can I ask one question?
Yes.
Yes. Where did you put all the commands? I mean, I didn't have that option. You probably have the page, I mean, the option above the data. It was above the data, but somehow I'm not finding an option or any area to write those commands.
Which commands you mean?
Like you commanded, you put some commands just before a while.
You mean this command line, or do you mean
this? Report. Yes, this one.
Yeah. Yes. You just clicked SQL editor, yes. New SQL script.
Okay.
And then you can write down the commands, and you can also save it. Okay, so let me try again. So I'm trying to import the data. Next. All right, try and import the corrupt file. Next. Okay, let's take a look at the columns. It was not enough, so I'm going to put it as 16. But all right, I'm making it 16 spaces. Take a look again, preview data. And then again, I would definitely think as a data engineer or data scientist or anybody to do with data that, come on, this is ABC, you see? So this the whole dbeaver, the tool, is trying to make this a varchar, whereas I can see these are all numbers, right? These are all floats to be exact. Okay, but all right, usually it should be able even to import float data into varchar, should be fine. All right, so now I have extended the varchar from 4 to 16. Let's see. That happened. It said data import task completed. Wow, that's great, right? That's great news. So let's have a look. What happened to this? Select from WHR, corrupt. See, it imported, right?
Can we change that varchar to numbers in that
We
column
can.
section?
Definitely we can. The thing is, for us to work on it, here's the thing. This is a varchar now. We cannot do any kind of mathematical operations in this.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. So I would definitely recommend we change it from varchar into float. Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to delete it again. And it was a yes. I was waiting for exactly this answer. So let's go for corrupt. All right. And now I'm going to choose next columns. Hey, you know what? I'm going to make it float. I'm going to make it float 8. But there are only 4 floats. We can also make float 4. It's also fine. Let's make it float 4. Because we also have to understand about the size of the data. So if we see that there are only 4 float numbers, so we can just also put float 4. Okay. Now what happens? Will I be able to create this table? Can I have, because I cannot see your hands or something since I'm looking at my screen myself, what do you think? Will I be able to import this file?
Yes, maybe.
No, there is no maybe. There is either yes or no.
Yes.
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 Barker.
Well, I'm saying no.
Is it because the other tables have the column in varchar? Is it something
It has
like
no, all the other tables have the column in float, and it does not have anything to do with the other tables because I am importing one lone standing file. And the reason why I said that no, we won't be able to import it because we have a not available, a null value there, right? So this NA in the original file, in the corrupted file. So here's the thing, it is trying to parse this NA as a numeric value. It won't be able to do this.
So it's
why.
In a single row. In the whole column, there is a single data which is not available.
Yeah,
okay.
It says NA. So, but if we know that these are numbers and these should be float, so this is what we need to do when we're importing, when we're loading something. Exactly, we need to replace it in 0.
Okay.
So exactly, that's the reason why we wouldn't be able to do this. So here's the thing, we can either import it as a varchar, this one column. But in that case, you see here is let me show you okay, fine, let me show you this one. See, it was, which one was it? Let me show the original one. Perceptions of corruption. Yeah, perceptions of corruption. Let me find perception of corruption. Perception of corruption here, 2019. It is in float 4. This file was not corrupted. So what do you do as a data engineer? Are you gonna just load it as varchar? I wouldn't recommend it because in that case, you won't be able to compute any kind of mathematical stuff or any calculation with that varchar. So what I would do, I would recommend you to go back to the corrupt file and take a look. So you see, there are lots of pattern matching, and you can script it. You can parse the NAs or the null values and replace them by 0. But I'm not going into that details right now. But what I can see and what I know, that exactly here in the 20th row for United Arab Emirates, there is an NA. So what am I going to do is I'm going to change it.
Since the file is Excel file.
Yeah, it's CSV. I wouldn't call it Excel. I do not want to call it an Excel. It's a CSV. You can of course open it with Excel, but the thing is I do not trust Excel. The size of your file, you can never know.
I used Excel, so I thought it would be easier if I go through Excel and I substitute the data not available by something 0. Or if I
Let me see. Yeah, of course, you can do that on Excel because you know that there are only 157, like around 150 rows. But what will you do if there are 15,000 rows? Right? So, and then again, my Excel is hanging again. So it's trying to quit. So I am not a fan of, yes, Excel, you can do great stuff on Excel. I also can do lots of data analysis in Excel. You can do visualization, representation, analysis on Excel, or like even advanced Excel, Power BI, Tableau, whatever you want. But in case of engineering, the loading process, the ETL process, I would definitely not recommend Excel. See, my Excel is hanging.
How do you do this in data engineering? How do you change these data?
Well, the thing is, I do data warehousing, but I can tell you more about it later on. But currently, I am trying to import this corrupt file now. I changed the corrupt file. I will answer your questions later on. And this is not that simple, what I'm showing you right now. I can tell you a bit later what I do, what I have to do. So let me try to import this data again. Next, let's try to import the corrupt file. Next. Let's take a look at the columns. Yeah, it did it itself. Float 4. Okay. Next. Next. I really hope that it works. If it doesn't, don't scream at me, please. I think it's working. Yeah, it worked. Let me see. Did it really work? If not, then I don't know why. It should work now. See, it's there. It's there. Not as a varchar. This part is completely as a float here. You see, United Arab Emirates is 0 here instead of the NA. Okay. So again, your first assignment would be, I'm going to delete this table. Yes, one request. Please do not drop any table. We are trusting you on this. You can, if you want, you can create a different schema. You can, let's say, create new schema. I'm going to create this schema as my name, first name, last name. The first letter is TH, per will, workshop to today's date, 1st of April, April Fool's Day. Okay. Oh, okay, sorry. I need to be a member of Postgres. Yeah, that's good. Schema name again, HW workshop to 2002-04-01. Owner.
Can I copy these tables to another database?
Yes, of course you can. You can.
How to do that? Can you show me?
We will have to see. We have actually only a couple of minutes left. I still need to show you something, but you can contact me on Discord. You can ask me the question on Discord and then I can show you.
Okay, thank you.
So here you see I have created another schema. I would request you, when if you are trying to do something with the WHR tables, all of it, I would request you to create your own schema, something like this: the first letter of your first name, the first letter of your last name, underscore, something specific, her will, workshop 2, and date, something like that. And then do whatever you want to do, create tables, but please do not drop these tables. That would be, well, it won't be a disaster. I'll be able to recreate them, but it will be a bit disaster for other users. So don't drop any table or delete any table. And I'm trusting you on this. Okay, so this is that. I still need to show you a little bit about the presentation. There is still some left. I hope you can see. Yeah. Right. It started from the beginning. Okay. So here is a link. I'm sending you this link here in the Zoom chat. I told every one of you in the last workshop to create a Kaggle account because the whole Datathon will be hosted on Kaggle. And if you join this workshop, we have created a Kaggle kind of a competition for all the workshop participants. So if you go there, you will see some, well, this is my host view, but all these data, these are all uploaded here. And you can, there is a small explanation text. And
Ma'am, I'm just going to ask those about those files and you just showed. That's great.
Yeah, there is explanation. So this data set, we have extracted them from Kaggle itself. So you can, I have put this explanation here. Just you need to follow the links and you will find the description of all columns. So let's see if I go here. Here is the context about the data set, what dystopia means, what residuals means, and everything. If you go here, you will see a good explanation here. And if you want, you can also explore these notebooks, these platforms as well, these accounts. You can do that if you want to. Yes, I think that would be it. And yes, we are at the end of our session, and I will be taking questions. All right, so yes, Wajia, please, what's your question?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was up from before. Let me lower it.
Okay, I'm gonna lower your hand. Okay. Okay. Priya.
Ma'am, those are previous hand you told
Okay,
that
okay,
raise it
then I'm gonna lower the hands. Okay, so let me go through that chat a little bit. Probably there are some questions. Okay, Fahmida is asking what before Fahmida, I'm gonna go back to Fatima. Fatima, do you have any questions anymore?
No question right now.
Okay, cool. Just
It will
join
be
the
finished.
Discord server. Yeah, just join the Discord server. I will upload the link for the video, the important links as well, and my all the slides. I have also shared everything on Google Drive. I will share the link with you again. All the slides are going to be uploaded there.
Okay, thank you so much. I will, no problem.
Okay, cool.
I have a question. This is more related to the like how you resolve the NA part. So we have the perception data as like a float, right? So what if you have a data that is like similar to perceptions, but you go but the value is actually like the value 0 is actually a possible value. So how do you, I guess my question is, how do you change that NA into another value that is pretty similar to float without without affecting or creating bias into like having a 0, which can be a data point added into as a replacement?
Thank you, Lynn, for your question. The answer that I'm going to give right now has something to do with the previous question when I was showing the database while I was importing the data. I had a question like from someone, I forgot the name. How do I do it in my profession? Like, how do I change the data if I have lots of data, not just 150 rows, but like 15,000 or 15, I don't know how many data. So here's the thing. What I just showed you is very basic. And this tool isn't intelligent enough to understand what I want to do. It's not an ETL tool, dbeaver. It's just a database GUI. That's it. It's just something. So in real world, what happens is we do data warehousing because there's so many data. You cannot just cope up with it. You cannot just go like step by step every row and check it. You cannot just do it as a human being. So that's where the concept of data warehousing comes in. And yes, Lynn, this is a very valid point because a null not available means null. A null value is never equal to 0 because the perception score, it can be 0. It can as well as be 0, but if it's a null, it means like we do not have that data point. It's just like that data point from United Arab Emirates just didn't come. It doesn't just reach us. So we need
it's like
to
data deficient.
Exactly. We need to actually keep that null as it is. So what do we do in data warehousing? So I'm just like starting, I started with this video, a small banter among the data engineers, scientists, and analysis, analysts. So this is, well, the data warehousing, I'm not going to tell, I'm not going to I'm not going to give a workshop on data warehousing right now. So what happens is, just to explain the important stuff here, that all kind of data that we have, that we get in a data warehouse, those are all loaded in the landing layer. They just come as they are in the landing layer. And then from the landing layer, there is something called staging. And then this is something like where the data architects or the data warehouse engineers or data engineers, they cleanse and look at the data, they purify the data like as it is, they try to keep it as it is, they keep the zero at zero's place, they keep the null at null's place, and that's staging area. And then from the landing area through the staging area, it goes to the technical layer. So on the technical layer, that's the data that you can actually start to work on. All right, so there are lots of checkpoints that, okay, is it okay? Or can we work with this data? Because sometimes I worked in medical data science. In Germany, the whole health insurance system is run by the government. It's statutory health insurance system. So I was working there, and trust me, I found people who had prostate cancer, but they were women. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it happens. This kind of stuff happens. So you have to understand that, okay, what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. The thing is, in the landing layer till the technical layer, the landing layer will say, okay, this is a woman who has prostate cancer, but on the technical layer, it will be already rectified. And from then on, we start working on business layer and up to there is a point where the data scientists start to work on with machine learning and artificial intelligence. And there comes a point where business intelligence comes into context. And then in the end, there is a dashboard reporting because the business owners, they just don't want to see the tables. They want to see the visualization. They want to see the interpretation. So yes, that's more or less what happens in real world. There's a hand from Mahjabin.
Yes, Apu, Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Ji, Apu, I have a question. Like I didn't participate in before workshop 1, and today I face internet problems in workshop 2. So until next workshop 3 came, what should I learn, or we learn, or we have to practice?
You don't have to practice or learn anything. It just has to be fun for you. Just join our Discord channel. I think it's on the Zoom chat, and we are sending the Discord channel in all of our emails anyway. I'm posting the Discord channel here again. I think I already posted it here. I'm reposting it again. You can join the channel, and you will see that all the materials, what we did, the videos, those are all recorded. We will upload it on YouTube. We'll send you the link for the video. We'll send you the link of where I'll be uploading my workshop slides. You can see them there. And if there is like any step-by-step, if there is any confusion, like last workshop, I showed the step-by-step database connection. I posted on workshop 1 channel with screenshots and explanation. I will provide everything on the Discord channel.
I have one last question. For dbeaver down, sorry.
Yeah, Naushin, yes.
Sorry.
Who is talking? Naushin, right? Naushin, yeah.
Yeah. So I was trying to connect. I missed the first session too. So I already connected with the Discord. Meanwhile, I saw the screenshot you have sent. I'm trying to download the dbeaver. It says it's a trial version. I'm not sure downloading something.
No, you should download the community edition. Community edition, there is no trial version for it. Go for the community edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I tried. It says dbeaver -ce-22.0.1.
I don't exactly know. I have 22.0.1 version. That's the version that I have. I downloaded just a month ago.
I've downloaded from Microsoft Store. If you're using the Windows, you can download it from Microsoft Store, and it's just.
I lost. I didn't hear what you said.
Microsoft Store. You can download it from Microsoft Store if you're using the Windows operating system. It's there. It's written there that you can download it from Microsoft Store.
Okay, thank you. I think was it for who said
I was
that?
Famida.
Famida, yeah, Famida. Thank you so much for your answer. Anything, anyone? If not, then I would like to close the session. Thank you, everyone, for your time. Just to wait up for our next email. We will send you the Zoom link and everything on the for the next invitation. You will get the invitation only via email, but everything else, the workshop internal discussions, question answers are all on Discord. Please join the Discord channel, and you can just ask me personally directly on that channel. Anyone, just add an @ in front of my name, then I will be notified.
Outstanding session, Tanzim. Amazing work. And thank you all for joining and paying attention. Please keep an eye on eye out on the Discord channel. We'll be sharing some documents and other fun things about data science and AI. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. See you next Monday. And don't forget, next Monday, it's Eda. She's up. She will tell you about statistics and descriptive analysis. And you will also learn a lot about data visualization there. So the next week, 2 sessions, Monday and Friday, Eda, she's up. Okay, so I'm closing the session. Bye-bye. Good night or good evening, or have a good day wherever you are in the world. Bye. No,
By the way,
there won't be.
one last thing. If you guys will encourage all of your friends to join the workshops, the remaining workshops and the competition, that would be great. It's a huge opportunity.
Yes, please do that.
Spread the word.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then I'll be closing the session now.